Hey everyone, welcome to another foundation review video. This time around, we'll be reviewing the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. We're pretty sure this is a pretty popular product here on YouTube, but I wanted to test it out. I got this product at Ulta for $6.99. And every time Essence comes out with something new, I'm always so curious because it's very inexpensive and I just don't know how they can make a really good product for the prices that they offer. Essence has been known for like really poor shade selection. Most of the time, every time they come out with like something foundation related, it's always like 5 shades. And I never match with any of the 5 shades that they've offered in the past. So I was definitely excited about this line because this has a pretty wide selection of colors. Even though they have a very wide selection, choosing online is still pretty darn hard. So I ended up picking up 170 neutral cashmere. I believe they have like models on the picture from the Ulta website. I think you can choose your colors better if you actually go onto the Essence website and not Ulta's, because they have like the models that's like wearing the foundation, but it doesn't tell you what shade they're wearing. And I believe the swatches weren't that helpful. Before I go on a rant about the shade that I got that's wrong, I got it in the shade Neutral Cashmere, and it's just a little bit too neutral. It's a little gray on me. So in order to make the product work, to actually mix it in with the LA Girl Pro Color pigment, this one is in yellow to make it a little bit warmer. I actually went back to Ulta to exchange it for the warmer version, but Ulta, my local Ulta only held like 8 of the whatever how many shades that they have available. They didn't even have neutral cashmere in store, so like I was stuck with it. It's either I ordered a new shade and wait for it to get into the mail, but I didn't want to do that, so I just wanted to work with this. So before I go into what the product is all about, I'm gonna cut into the demo of the product so you can see the product in all its glory on my skin. Hi friends, so this is the demo part of this foundation review. This is actually my first time putting this on. So this is the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation. It's got hyaluron and aloe vera. It's 24-hour long-lasting hydration. So it's a hydrating foundation. I have oily skin, so we shall see how this wears throughout my oily skin. But the shade looks like it's a bit too light for me, so what's on my face right now is just my moisturizer, my SPF, and then the Smashbox priming water, and then that's it. So this is my skin. So I'm just gonna apply this on one side. I tend to go for warmer undertones with foundations, but I honestly, with the swatches online, I really wasn't, I didn't really know what to expect. So I just went with this one. So right off the bat, this foundation is just a tad light for me right now, but I think the shade would be perfect in the colder weather when I'm not as tan. So this is the coverage. So far, I'm pretty liking it. So as far as that first layer, it feels really nice, and I feel like that's a pretty good level of coverage for, just a one layer. I think it looks nice. It does feel a bit, I wouldn't say sticky, but because this is a hydrating foundation, you definitely can feel it if you touch it, but it doesn't feel like anything. Like as far as feeling the foundation on your skin, it doesn't feel like you have like a layer of foundation on your skin, so it's pretty lightweight, but upon like touching it, you will feel just a slight tackiness to it. So now I'm just gonna do the other side. Normally I would use a different tool in applying my foundation, but I honestly just use brushes, so I'm just gonna use a brush. So as far as how much I've put in my face, I probably have put in maybe 2 dime sizes for each side, so that's how much I'm putting on. And the way I'm applying this, I'm doing this in a basically kind of patting motion. I don't want to swirl it because because I have an SPF on, and every time I do that, it tends to make my foundation streaky because of the SPF layer that's on my skin. So I'm doing this and it looks like it's giving me a pretty nice airbrush finish. Okay, so that is one layer of the foundation. And normally I would be okay with this coverage. I think it looks pretty good as far as that layer. Again, you can feel it because it is hydrating, like you can feel kind of like that moisturization on your skin. But I normally do just a tiny bit more layer because my acne scars are on my cheek area. So I'm just gonna do like a tiny dot for just where most of my acne scarring are. So just really tiny. And then I'm just going to stipple that in. And as far as the brush that I'm using, this is a foundation brush from It Cosmetics. It's like a limited edition one. It has the rose quartz handle. It's really cute, but it's really, really soft. I've really been enjoying this. 6 and it's almost midnight, so I've had the foundation for about 10 hours. And I maybe blotted once already, but I haven't blotted in the past like 5 hours. Just watching the Olympics. So this is how oily my nose has gotten. But that's kind of to be expected because I do have oily skin. So I'm gonna blot it a little bit, but for the most part I feel like the coverage is still on my areas, but just my oily T-zone is really greasy, so I'm gonna blot it real quick. For the most part, I think it looks fine. It did settle a little bit on my creases right here, but I think my main problem with this is just the color. I think because this is the neutral one, I think I need to go for the warm version. So as far as the claims for this product, it's supposed to be a 24-hour long-lasting hydration foundation. It has hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. And I'm on the side where it's not speaking English. As I've said before, it has hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. It has a 24-hour long wear finish and lasting moisturization. And it has natural coverage, finish, skin feel, and it's vegan. This foundation provides really nice coverage. I was actually really impressed with the coverage that it has. It's very comfortable on the skin, and from the shade that I purchased is neutral cashmere. It's actually very close to my eavesdrop in number 11. Number 11 for my eavesdrop, for my Fenty eavesdrop, is not my shade, which is too neutral, and it's actually pretty darn close to this Essence one. So let me just show you a swatch, but I have eyeliner swatches on my hand that I can't get off, so I apologize. So you'll see that eavesdrop foundation here. So this is the eavesdrop and this is the Essence one. It's pretty comparable to the shade. This one has a little bit more warmth and the Essence is really neutral. That's why in order for me to actually wear this, I have to mix in with a yellow pigment from LA Girl to warm it up a bit because it is pretty neutral. Overall, I feel like this foundation applies really nicely, provides really good coverage, and it's non-drying. So I feel like if you have dry skin, you'd really appreciate it. And I have oily skin and actually really like that it didn't make me too greasy. I did still have to blot throughout the day, but not too excessively. I did like that it was very comfortable on the skin throughout the day. Lasting power of this tinted foundation is pretty decent, and out of all the tinted foundations that I have, if I were to compare two that would be like close dupes of each other, I think it's very close dupe to the Fenty Eavesdrop. Like, I just reviewed the tinted foundation from LA Girl. This one is comparable. If you're looking for a dupe for the Eavesdrop, I feel like the Essence Pretty Natural is a pretty good dupe for it. So that is pretty much it for this short review. I don't really have much to say about this foundation other than I do recommend it if you're in the market for a pretty affordable tinted foundation. The coverage is pretty decent and it actually is buildable, which I actually really appreciated, and I'm very happy that they finally came out with a wide variety of shades for that would suit a lot of skin tones. So look at the website, I think Ulta's website think the pictures at Ulta wasn't very helpful. So if you're looking for shade selection, I would say go to the actual Essence website and look at the swatches that they have there, because I think that one is labeled and you could see it better. So if you guys have any other questions about the product, leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And I would see you guys on my next video. Bye!